Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona. Folks, we are on, we're on week number 1 of the Featherlite Modified Series. Got our new sponsor, Klipsch. Got to get 2 top 10 finishes. Got $17,080 in the bank. And I looked around as I was doing the paint job for the car to see if there was anything worth putting on there. And I was just gonna wait one race, see if we can pull in at least $500 and put on a fairly heavy upgrade. But I think I've decided I'm just gonna upgrade 2 parts a little bit versus 1 part a lot. We're gonna take a look real quick and see what we can do. We're about $500 off that upgrade. I lied. So we're actually just gonna run this Denison race, try to get as good as we can, and see if we can't come out with a $500 race so that we can put the pretty decent aero upgrade on this car right away. Remember, I said that in the Dirt series I was going to jump right into aero and suspension in this one before we put power to it. Taking a look at qualifying laps. If we run Rel, we can beat Danny Seaman. Aside from that, though, I don't know. There's a lot of cars to go. We'll see what we can do. By the way, here's the paint job. Gold and black. Black and gold, whatever you want to call it by. It's more gold than black, though. It is the actual Klipsch logo in real life. So that's what I went with. Need focus for this part. Off the gas a little bit to hold it inside. Stay off that wall, stay off that wall. We hit the wall. That's going to ruin our qualifying. 14.154. Not horrible, but we've been in the 13s a little bit. 13.9s. And that'll drop us into 15th spot. Remember, folks, we don't have heat races anymore, so it's time to get right to this race. I don't know if I'll be doing any paint schemes on these other cars. I know I'll do them for trucks and for the Cup Series, but, yeah. Here are the drivers as you're seeing them go by. I know Sullivan we used to have kind of a little bit of a, rivalry with. Oh, we got the Rainbow Warrior here, Revis, I remember him. Seaman on the outside. We could have beat him in the qualifying, which puts us on the inside of row 8. So here we go. Not last place yet. As usual, I got to spend some quality time focusing on this part, but once I get up to speed, do some talking. The gear ratio obviously set a little bit better than some of these cars. We can't hold it in the corner because we don't have the suspension upgrade. See here if I can bring up there we go, bring up the standings for you guys. We've got 43 laps to go, and I'm gonna kind of chat it out while we are trying to, so different. Look at how different this is from the dirt tracks, though. We're not sliding around. We kind of know where we're gonna go. If we do it right, we come off the gas, gets us right down to the bottom of the track. Good run on Casper here. We're gonna jump to the inside, let the car make it into the corner, put a little gas into it coming off the corner, and we have taken a spot. That is awesome. We have 2 cars in front of us that, until I did that, looked like we had a shot at getting to. But just as quick did we pass. I think it was Casper that we passed. Seaman comes up on us and takes a spot right back. So 15th position. If we walk away at the same position we qualified at, I'm not going to be mad about it. We just have to do what we can to not blow this engine too. I just saw us redline a little bit there. I'll be paying attention to that as the race continues on. As you see, 13.909 was our best lap. And I still think that we can catch Soros. I'm not sure that we can catch whoever's in front of Seaman. I think Seaman will catch the next car. But we're just going to kind of grind out some laps. We'll probably talk mid-race unless something happens beforehand. And don't you worry, there's plenty of content to come, but we aren't really putting up much of a fight against these other cars right now, so not a ton to talk about. So just enjoy this part of the race. And then as we get back into the thick of it, or if anything starts to come up, we will be right with you. Oh my goodness, we haven't even gotten around a quarter of a lap on that without saying something. The blazing car has already lapped us, so we're not going to put in a full race. We got some skid marks on the track. We got a car sideways on the track. I don't know who that was, but it was absolutely scary for us as we were side by side with a car that was lapping us. We're going to go ahead and run a little bit of a higher line on the track now, simply for the sake of, well, to let the lead lap cars go around us. What happens then? We got a lead lap car that didn't know to go around us. That was not good for us for a second. Let's take a look at the heats. We're running only around 190, so even though we're redlining briefly, we're doing all right. Soros is in sight, but I'm not sure I can get down to him. Simply because we're dealing with all this lap traffic, or not lap, lead lap traffic, as we are now the lapped car. I could see us at this point being lapped 4, maybe 5 times in this race since they lapped us, I don't know, probably within the first 7 laps. I mean, that's pretty insane that happened. I get a lot of vibration in my controller as I'm going around these corners. A lot more than usual. Maybe it's just because the difference is on the dirt track. You're not gripping up. Let's take a look at the tires. I mean, obviously no wear, but more importantly, we're not overheating. The right tires, our front right tire is getting pretty warm, but it's not terrible. We've increased we've reduced the lead by Soros a couple tenths now. Now we're going to suck into the inside again now that we're not being lapped. And that's going to, 4 tenths, he is running a very high line. And that's just opening the door for us to potentially take that 14th spot. He doesn't look to be putting up much of a fight either. Almost like he's scared on the track or something. We are going to go into this corner. This is where we're going to hopefully clear him. And we'll get on the gas. Not quite going to clear him, but we've got lead lap cars again, which of course is scary in its own right. We'll slide up the track right in front of him, and hopefully with that we'll be able to move around the track with lead lap cars just going right around us. Looks like Soros gonna take advantage of that, get on the inside of us. Not great. Oh, I gotta put the number on the back of my car. We are the 340 or 397 car, I believe. So, wow, Soros really in the thick of it with these lead lap cars. Not great for him. Also not great for us because we ended up losing that spot. Blazing was in the lead. I don't know if he got lost the lead or if he's looking at, maybe he's lapped all these cars as well. We don't know. He's only lapped us twice. I say only. Soros pulling out to a full second lead on us at this point. We'll have to see if we can figure that back out. It's almost like the lead lap cars are pushing him around the track, keeping him up there because now he's at a 1.3 second lead, and we had caught him and passed him earlier, so it's interesting.
20 to go.
20 laps to go. We've been lapped twice. It's been a clean race. We've played this game before. This isn't exactly going to be something like, I remember the first time I ever raced on this. I don't even think we finished the first race. We did not know how to react around cars passing us. We didn't know how to stay on our lines. We didn't know how to tune the cars, anything like that. So it ended up costing us pretty big. But as you can tell, we're not too bad at what we're doing here. And what's really funny is when we raced this the first time, we had some of the assists on because we didn't know. So I had the braking and I think the minor steering assist or something on, and I still had troubles. Now I have no assists on, legend difficulty, and manual drive, and I'm able to run just fine. So we are, looks like we're closing back in on Soros here. Let's shut up for a minute, see if we can get you some just quiet time with me driving and trying to catch him by running some good laps. I don't know what happened, but Soros, with 10 laps for us to go, went ahead and just drove away. It seems like every time he gets caught up in the traffic with these cars trying to lap him, he just gets a big speed boost, or maybe he gets pushed. I don't know, but we were driving just fine on him, and then all of a sudden he drove away. So we're gonna go ahead and finish out this race, and we'll talk to you at the end of it. Here we go, coming around to the last lap of the race. And obviously, I think we're like 4, maybe 5 laps down, maybe 3, I don't know. It might be only 3 laps down. Regardless, I'm not upset about our first race being completed. We completed the race with a clean car. And that's what's important. There's a look at the car from the side and the top. All the cars have blue mesh on the windows. That's kind of the thing. I might actually change that up for all the cars too for fun. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and take a look at your top 5 and become familiar with these drivers. All right, your top 5, William Anderson, Jeff Ondich, Mike Hemesith, David Canepa, and Hale Robb. All Robb? All. Well, $1,744 without any sponsors on the car. That's pretty nice. That's enough for us to put that first upgrade on, which could help us in the next episode. Racing is back in a big way this season, proven by the record crowd of enthusiastic fans at Denison who showed up to watch William Anderson master the track and capture the checkered flag. As it should be, we stand in 15th place. We qualified in 15th. We finished in 15th. We could have finished 14th maybe, but Soros got a big boost. We've got a couple things to put on the car here, so let me do that. So we got some sponsors. We'll put them on the car, and I will wait till the next episode to upgrade the car. I'm going to run the dirt track race just so that I can keep up with the money. We'll do that in between episodes. We'll keep you apprised of the standings there. However, in the next episode, we've got Crystal Lake Raceway, $30,000 up for grabs. We've got new sponsors on the car. See what we can do to bring in some more money and get quick upgrades on this car. I'm excited about running the Featherlite Modified Series. Love running a clean race. Just feels good to have control over my car. Anyway, having said that, folks, that is going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, I urge that you do consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway, as always, and until next time, take care.